big reason why one of the biggest treats to watch in running back Jacquizz Rodgers.
That's exactly right. You said treat, and there are certain guys in sport, when they get in a batter's box or on a basketball court, you can't take your eyes off of them. And at just 5'7", Jacquizz Rodgers, an amazing talent, will captivate your imagination tonight.
There's nobody that can match his power after contact, the pad level, the change of direction, the quickness, and he's a great receiver too, and just a great leader for this football team.
Rodgers in the backfield with Ryan Katz under center, and play fake, throws it to Rodgers out in the flat. In open space, spins, but can't make two defenders miss. Does get up to the 39-yard line for a gain of 7. The second down and 8, ball just inside the 45 of the Beavers on this first possession of the football game. Under pressure, dumps it off. Rodgers has room across midfield. First down. Near the 40-yard line, inside the 40 of the Trojans, down to the 38. He picks up 18 yards.
Very interesting play. They faked the draw and then faked the play action off the draw and threw the screen to Quiz. So the defense sort of forgot about him. Great setup, and again, a play that looked like 2 other different plays.
And how many times do we talk throughout the season? You love having those screens versus blitz coverage. Gives you an opportunity for the big play.
So the Beavers marching on their first drive. There's brother James, who was injured back on October 9th at Arizona.
Mike Riley said it best to us yesterday. Losing James Rodgers has taken 4 guys to try to replace him. The multi-purpose threat receiver, special team standout. They've not done a real good job responding to that injury.
With Wheaton in motion, fake the fly sweep to him, and it's Jacquizz straight ahead, inside the 20, still on his feet. Pushed out around the 10-yard line by Sharice Wright. 23-yard gain for Rodgers.
We just talked about the fact that the fly sweep will open up the inside running lanes by taking the eyes of the linebackers away from you. And again, you can see, look at that hole right there. My gosh, Brock, all 3 of us could run through that hole. Now, we wouldn't get very far, and we couldn't do what Quiz does afterwards.
And he's not had many of those creases this season.
Second down and 10 for them. The 42 of Oregon State, and it's picked off. Heading the other way. Poyer inside the 20 makes a cut towards the end zone, and Jordan Poyer with a second interception of the season. It's 9-0 Beavers. Look at some great Oregon State running backs throughout the years. Terry Baker, who's number 11, the only number retired here at Oregon State. Ken Simonson, 98 through 2001, current St. Louis Rams, Steven Jackson, and Jacquizz Rodgers. Maybe the number 1 will be retired someday here.
I'd say it should be. If I had to say, I'd vote for him.
Rodgers and the Beavers have the 10-0 lead and the football early in this second quarter.
And now Jacquizz Rodgers.
For the 37.
One-on-one, you need to make that defender miss.
Rodgers gets the first down to the 41-yard line before being stopped by T.J. McDonald. Well, we have Jacquizz playing without brother James. Now, James, if there's a silver lining to the injury, it's the timing of it. And then if it had happened a quarter later, he would not be eligible to play next year, but he is eligible to come back next year.
He qualifies for a medical redshirt or hardship. They have to go through the various channels, but I believe that they think he wants to do it, and it will be approved when it's asked for.
Jacquizz jump cut, trying to go left and get to the 40. Kennard making the tackle, and as a result of that, how about Jacquizz coming back for his senior year?
Well, I think both of them coming back, and they said Mom would only have to come to 1 graduation then, which would be exciting. Only 1 trip out here. So I think, again, those brothers are 2 special guys. I mean, they've taken this Oregon State football team, put it on their back really the past couple of years, and brought it to prominence.
First down, Beavers from the 27 of USC. Take the handoff to Rodgers. Katz wants to go towards the end zone. Caught. Complete and down at the 2-yard line. Aaron Nichols, the senior from Honolulu. Oregon State. And out of the eye, handed off. He walks into the end zone. Jacquizz Rodgers, touchdown Beavers. Nice block there by Grant Johnson, the left guard, big hole, and it is 16-0.
No fear, don't blink, fake punt sets up the momentum, and it's continuing to build, and now USC a significant hole to try to dig out of.
Hoots extra point. That's the 50th career touchdown for Jacquizz Rodgers. 17-0. Question and answer. The only person to win the Heisman Trophy and play in a Final Four, Terry Baker of Oregon State, who won the '62 Heisman Trophy and played in the '63 Final Four.
And maybe the only player with an enormous portrait in Coach Riley's office as well, number 11. I just love watching lefties run around, throw the ball a little bit.
I like watching that field. That's why we have artificial
Look at Kellen Moore fire that touchdown seam pass back in the day. I see you,
Baker. The Beavers take over at their own 36. Second time tonight that the Trojans have turned it over on downs. Wheaton goes in motion. Handoff. Rodgers pushes the pile to the 40-yard line. Rodgers, the guy listed at 5'7", 191 pounds. And Jarrell Casey, the 300-pounder, or the tackle.
Low man wins, and I can't tell you how impressive that is when you go down on the field before the game and you see Jacquizz, maybe 5'6", 5'7", but just look at the lower half. Look at the hamstrings. Look at the calves. Look at the power within those legs, and they're constantly churning, constantly moving him forward. But 98.
Wheaton in motion. Fake the fly sweep to him. Rodgers finds a hole inside the 40, 35, makes a jump cut. Still on his feet, pulled down at the 31-yard line. TJ McDonald finally caught up to him. They pick up a 25.
Nobody can get to speed, up to speed through the hole like Jacquizz Rodgers, and then stop, start, jump, shift, move to the left, and get to speed again. Here he does it, but boom, right there, gone. Then again, one more time, make that guy miss. It's going to take 2 or 3 guys to get him.
In our open tonight, who else in college football is as captivating? Cam Newton's a lot of fun to watch. 6'6", freak of nature, his ability to run and throw. But Jacquizz Rodgers has got to be one of just simply the most fun guys watch play the college game.
Coming up, the Capital One halftime report. You'll see all of today's highlights and stories. Out to Rodgers. Across the 20-yard line, Marshall Jones helped bring him down.
Much better patience by Ryan Katz that time, waiting for the play to develop, didn't throw it too early, hit Jacquizz, and again, he's impossible to stop one-on-one.
Jordan Jenkins the tackle, and Jacquizz Rodgers so far tonight.
Showing you his versatility, showing you why he's Oregon State's second leading receiver and the best running back receiver in the history of the school, the power, the strength. He's actually had a couple open seams to run through tonight, which he's not had this season. And right there, one-on-one, nearly impossible to tackle in the open field.
Jacquizz Rodgers with the first carry, straight ahead to the 45-yard line for a pickup of 5. Here's Rodgers off right tackle. Inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. First down.
You know, from up here, you can't even see the holes he runs through. He hesitates for a second and lets the blockers develop, and then he's got the acceleration to get through the hole. Ducks underneath, and again, unbelievable patience and vision.
And I love the effort of TJ McDonald here at the end and trying to strip that ball away, but good luck.
It's pointless, isn't it? The ball security. Jacquizz Rodgers, historic.
One time in almost 900 touches, he has fumbled the ball.
And that was on
good luck to you.
And that was in the passing game.
Yeah.
When he's taken a handoff on a run play now in 3 years here at Oregon State, he has never fumbled the football.
That's incredible.
It is. I mean, it is. As a coach,
okay,
I've coached offense, and yeah, that's
what
amazing.
are some of the reasons why he has such great ball security?
He usually controls when and how he gets hit. So again, he's not surprised by it. He's typically never hit below, underneath, to come up and pop that ball out. Most shots are coming at the arm length or higher, but it's primarily his vision, his ability to dictate the tempo of the hit that he takes.
Hands it off, Rodgers.
Amazing how once that delivers that blow to the helmet.
Chance to throw on first down. Has a man wide open at the 34-yard line. Bishop to the 25 of the Trojans. The next couple of trips for USC to Corvallis have not been friendly. October 28th of 06, USC was number 3, lost 33-31. And then their last trip here, September 25th of 08, Trojans were the number 1 team, and they were upset 27-21. Mark Sanchez and the Trojans losing in week 3 that year. That was their only loss in the 08 season. It came right here at Reser Stadium. Running left. 40. Wheaton will mark him out at the 31.
For Wheaton to make the big play outside.
Rodgers, a big hole straight up the middle. Ankle tackled just across the 20 by TJ.
Tonight it's great development, no question.
Bishop in motion. Catch across the middle. Wheaton stays on his feet. At the 9. Rodgers does have his 19th career 100-yard game and 5th of the season tonight.
You know, he's now 10th all-time in Pac-10 career rushing yards, but also he averages for his career 108 yards a game. For his career.
Moving up the Pac-10 career rushing list.
And with a season to go, I don't know how anybody's going to get to Charles White. Do that math in 4 years of what he accomplished at USC, but he's going to climb significantly up that list.
Throwing to the end zone. Touchdown, Jordan Bishop. For Paya's 8th career forced fumble, which is an Oregon State record. Fly sweep. Wheaton. First down. To the 30-yard line.
Weeks of the season, they have Stanford and who knows, maybe the Civil War, not just for the national title game for the Ducks.
Rodgers weaving through traffic. Pushed down at the 9-yard line by Dejon Harris.
But Rodgers and the Beavers fighting for their bowl life as well.
And again, pride alone takes you through that game.
All alone in the end zone. Touchdown, Halahuni. The largest margin of victory for Beavers against USC has been 38-6. They're not far away from that. And this will be the fewest points for the Trojans this year. They scored 17 in a win over Virginia in week 2. They get only 7 tonight. And now it's over. 36-7. Oregon State wins it.
Credit to Mike Riley and his staff. You're exactly right. They were on to the details. They had a great week of practice, and they really dominated this game for 60 minutes.